A true magician has the ability to distract you from the truth and bring out a sense of wonder. In doing so, he convinces the world that he is, in fact, carrying with him a secret.
It's in here!
So, be it the famous floating table trick or Dynamo's amazing football magic. Hello and welcome back, and today we're going to figure out the secrets behind the world's top 10 famous magic tricks. So, let's get started. At number 10, the football magic. Brazilians surely know how to play football, but when Dynamo, the famous magician, is in town, even the best footballers are dumbfounded by his amazing skills. After the player passes the ball to Dynamo, here you can see him magically levitating the ball in air, and then completes his move while everyone seems to be in total disbelief. So, how did he magically levitate the ball in the air? Well, here's the secret. The ball, which he lifts up in the air, is another identical gimmick ball which he had prepared before the trick. When the dribbler passes the ball to Dynamo, now, just before this moment, the camera cuts away. Yes, during that time, the exchange of the ball took place with the person behind him. Also, notice how this person hides the original ball, and once he realizes that he's on camera, he runs away from the view. Coming to the gimmick ball, it has strings attached to it. Obviously, it's impossible to attach the string straight up, as this would interfere with his head or chest. So, the strings are attached this way, held onto that ball. Now, Dynamo stretches the strings to lift the ball up. Here, he pulls the strings outwards as the ball starts levitating upwards. Finally, when he snaps the string, an impulsive force acts on the ball and the string simultaneously breaks, which makes it seem as if the ball was indeed levitating in mid-air. At number 9, the card through window trick. This incredible magic trick has been performed by magicians all over the world. Here you can see Blaine asking a spectator to pick a card without him seeing the face of it, and then asks him to shuffle the card back into the deck. David then smashes the deck at a glass window, and what do we see? The chosen card is seen to be sticking to the glass window. What's even more amazing is that the card is not on the outside, but on the inside of the window. So, how did he do it? Well, right from the start, the trick lies in making sure the spectators are facing away from the window. Also, David's assistant is carefully positioned and hidden behind the window and has an identical pack of cards with him. Now, once the spectator shows the chosen card which faces the window, the assistant secretly peeks into it and takes out a duplicate card from his deck. He then quickly applies a magician's wax to the duplicate card, which made the card to stick inside of the glass. So now you must have got it. When David smashes the deck onto the window, his assistant quickly sticks the card on the inside and runs away, thus revealing the chosen card to amaze everyone around. At number 8, the floating table trick. Dirk Losander is one such magician who surely knows how to float things up in the air. On the famous Penn and Teller show, you can see him floating the table in midair with such ease. He even lights up a candle in one of his moves. Finally, he covers the table with another cloth and then magically vanishes it altogether. So, how did he do it? Well, the secret lies in the table itself. The table is made out of a very light material and it's quite easy to lift up. There's a thin metallic wire or something along his arm that he uses to make it float. He hides that wire inside the cloth and uses it most of the time to float the weightless table in the air. In one of the moves, the candle, which is magnetic, just barely lifts the table at one point when he lets go of the wire. But how did the table vanish at the end? The table is also collapsible, and here you can see him activating the mechanism where the springs pull it together under the cloth to make this amazing illusion possible. At number 7, coin through your arm trick. Now, this one's an easy trick. Here, the magician picks up a quarter and rubs it on his arm. All of a sudden, the coin disappears and goes right into his elbow. In another version of the trick, the magician places the coin near the arm and magically inserts it under the skin. So, how did he do it? Well, in the first version, the trick lies in the sleight of hand skills. During the moment when he picks up the coin and holds it with his right hand fingers, here, he didn't actually transfer the coin into his right hand. All he did was to pull the coin back with his thumb into his left hand. So the coin never left his hand, which he then instantly hides it behind the shoulders. Now he rubs it with his empty hand to make the illusion possible. In another version of the trick, he never inserts the coin under the skin. It was already there and prepared using a latex material used in Hollywood movies for makeup. He then only had to place another coin above to conceal the prepared skin. Now, using an adhesive applied on his palm, he makes the above coin stick onto it as he finally reveals the terrifying illusion of inserting a coin under the arm. At number 6, the disappearing train illusion. David Copperfield, one of the greatest illusionists of our times, performed a trick in which he first tells his assistants to encircle the train car by holding each other's hands. The assistants then cover the car with a huge cloth and hide it from everyone. Thereafter, he makes the train car to float up in the air and then pulls up the cloth cover as it falls onto the ground. But to everyone's shock, the train car magically vanishes into thin air. So, how did he do it? Well, before revealing the secret, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you get instant notifications of our new video uploads. Now, let's quickly get to the secret. The trick behind this famous illusion lies in the fact that the car is pulled out of the cloth and is rolled off on the railways behind few light towers. Also, the railways are built in mid-air and concealed from the light towers. But then, how does the cloth remain hanging up there, you'd ask? Well, the huge cloth was placed onto a large metal frame, which is the same shape as the roof of the car. The metal frame was then held in the air, supported by strong cables. The frame was designed to fit exactly onto the top of the car, and this frame was the one covered with a cloth while the car moves under it. Finally, the cloth is pulled onto the ground while the frame remains hidden away from the lights to make this famous illusion possible. At number 5, the melting card illusion. In this trick, as the name suggests, the card is seen to visibly melt through another playing card. The magician performs this trick up close to the spectator to make it even more convincing. So, how did he do it? Well, to make a card melt through another one, the magician uses a gimmick card, and here is how the gimmick is designed. He first cuts off the bottom part of an extra card and applies a glue on its face near the edge of that bottom part. He then lines up that piece of card onto another card to make it look as if it's a single card. Now this forms the gimmick for this trick. The magician then starts his trick by placing 3 cards with the gimmick card placed on the right. The blue card is the one which he's going to melt. He then picks up the gimmick card and places another card on top of it. Now the real magic happens. He picks up the blue card and slides it between the flap opening of the gimmick card. To the spectator, it seems as if the blue card is placed at the bottom of the 2 red cards. Now, to create the melting illusion, he moves the blue card in a circular motion. Finally, he slides the card up to release it from the gimmick and makes this amazing effect possible. At number 4, the magic broom trick. Ever wondered how Harry Potter flies using the magic broom? Sounds fictional, isn't it? Well, not so much for the famous digital magician named Zach King, who can be seen flying on his magic broomstick, thereby replicating the amazing Harry Potter scene. So, how did he manage to do it? Well, if you notice, there isn't any harness attached, so he is not hanging. Also, he's flying just above the surface of the road, which makes us think, is there an involvement of a roller skateboard? Yes, that's correct. Here you can see how he flies on his magic broomstick, which he himself reveals at the end of this clip. He holds a mirror on his left side with a fake leg and goes around on the skateboard. From the front, it seems as if he's actually flying in air. At number 3, Shadow Box Illusion. This trick is one of the most deceptive yet captivating illusions. The magician rolls out a mysterious box. Closing the front side, the box is then rotated completely around, proving that it is indeed empty. The light staff is then inserted into the top of the box, thus lighting up its interior. Suddenly, the audience can clearly see shadows appearing, twisting and turning from within until it finally takes on a human shape. The human form then bursts through the front door made of paper as the magician's assistant is revealed to the amazement of the audience. So, how did he perform this illusion? Well, here's the secret. The assistant is already hidden inside the box when the magician brings it out on stage. Now, there's a secret door made out of paper at the back of the box, through which she slips out from the view every time he opens up a side. Now, once he puts the light staff in place and closes all sides of the box, the assistant slips in from the back side. The hand movements of the assistant are perfectly synchronized with the magician using the musical cues. Finally, an assistant comes out of the box to amaze everyone around. At number 2, the Levitation Vanish trick. Criss Angel, the famous magician, once performed a trick in the deserts where he levitates a long way up in the air, takes out a white cloth, covers himself up, and then suddenly disappears into thin air. So, how did he disappear above the desert floor in broad daylight? Well, let's see the answer. He never disappeared in air. He was simply concealed to make the illusion look real. Here's how he did it. To levitate Criss up in the air, he was hoisted up using the invisible cables from a crane. Now, the disappearing part was performed using a green screen technique. When Criss was hoisted up in the air, behind the white cloth, a green screen effect was implemented to conceal his presence. This was done using a video editing software where the green screen was removed and that part was filled up with a blank footage of the background where Criss was missing. Now, when Criss drops off the cloth, the effect creates the amazing vanishing illusion. So finally, we'll end our list with an easy one, the famous smoke from fingers trick. Many famous magicians have performed this trick where they magically appear smoke by rubbing their fingers. So, how do they do it? Are their fingers really smoking in this trick? Well, for the fact smoke is just fine particulates of carbon that are visible in the air. In this trick, the particulates are phosphorus, the material that matchbox striker strips are made from. The striker strips are made from red phosphorus, which, after burning, rearranges its molecules into white phosphorus. So, the magician places this unstable white phosphorus in between his fingers. Now, when he rubs his fingers, the white phosphorus is oxidized by the oxygen in the air into phosphorus oxide and appears as white smoke to create this amazing effect. So guys, hope you got the secrets behind some of the world's most famous magic tricks. Which one out of the 10 tricks did you like the most? And name any other magic trick you would like us to reveal. Tell us in the comments below. Do like and share this video with your friends on social media. For more such amazing things, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And finally, thanks for watching.